Hi guys, and welcome back to part 6 of the Cardassian Galor class cruiser build. Made some progress. There were some parts that I forgot to add to the model before I started to primer it. So I've added those now. They should be okay. I don't think there's going to be any issues without any primer on there, because those areas don't need to be masked off, so I don't think the paint's going to peel off of these. But the parts that I missed is this part here, also one on the other side, this part here, and there's two parts down there. So I've added those on. This part up here actually reminds me of one of those hooks for a crane. It's a bit weird. On the other video as well, the last video, I noticed that the tail section was drooping. And I didn't like that, so basically what I've done is I got a small piece of plastic and actually wedged it up underneath the tail section, and that brought it back up in line again. So that's fantastic. That's looking pretty good now. The thing that I've been working on today so far is the panel lines. Now obviously they're not on the model, but I've never done it before, so I wanted to do some practicing before I unleashed it on the model itself. So I've been practicing on a really old Voyager kit that I've got that dates back to 1999 that I never got around to building due to various issues. So what I'll do is I'll set that up and I'll give you a quick look at the progress that I've made on learning how to do the panel lines. Okay, so if you bear with me guys, I'll be back in a second. Hi guys, and welcome back. This is the upper hull of the Voyager. Now I've been using this really for all the new techniques that I'm learning. I'd rather use something that I know that I'm not going to build rather than the model that I'm building it on, because that way if I do mess it up, then it's only messed up on this and not the model itself. So with that in mind, I've started to use this model to do the panel lines. Now I started off at this end and worked my way forwards and then that way on this kit, and as you can see the panel lines there are a little bit wavy and they're a little bit too thick really for what I need on the Galor class cruiser. They'd most probably look fine on this kit, but on the other one they'd be a bit too big. So I progressed around to that area, and then if we turn the ship around, you can see there that we've then progressed from there all the way down, and to here you can actually see that the lines are getting a little bit better, so I'm happy with that now. I've had a little bit of a practice and I know that I'll be able to do these without a problem. The next stage for me now is to test the main colour, or the primary colour of the Cardassian Galor cruiser on this, just to see what that's going to look like with the panel shading. So I'm going to set that up and get on with doing that guys, and as soon as I've done that I'll come back and let you know what the progress looks like. Okay, so I'll see you back in a couple of seconds guys. Hi guys, and welcome back for another quick update. Now I did use on both sides a mid-brown for the panel lines. I then sprayed this side with 2 coats of the primary colour. Now unfortunately the panel lines can't be seen, so I went back on the other side and used a dark brown for the panel lines and then gave it 2 coats of paint. So if I flip it around, you can actually see the difference straight away on the panel lines. You can actually see them coming through. Now for some reason they do come through a little bit darker on the camera than they do in person, but they're quite subtle really in person. Now this is where I want it to be. The good thing is, because I've used this beaten up old Voyager as the test bed, I don't need to worry about any mistakes on the other ship, which is fantastic. So what I'm going to do, I just flip this around so you get a front view on. Now you can actually see the panel lines there. I'll just zoom in a bit for you guys so you can see it a little bit better. So there you go, you can see the difference between this side here and this side here. There's a whole world of difference, which is fantastic. So I'm going to carry on, get the panel lines put down, and then put some of the primary colour down. As soon as I've done that, I'll come back to you guys with an update. Until then, take care, guys. Hi guys, and welcome back. I made some more progress on the model, as you can see. I've got the primary colour down now, which is absolutely fantastic. One slight issue I've had really is the panel lines haven't really come out, and I'm not sure why that would be the case. I kept the primary colour quite thin when I laid it down, and I only lightly went over the model as well with the paint, but for some strange reason the panel lines aren't really showing through as they did on the Voyager, and I'm not sure why that would be the case. You can see in a couple of areas where the panel lines have come through, but they're very, very faint. I'm kind of thinking that maybe once the paint's cured fully, they might become visible, and I'm kind of hoping that's the case. If not, it's not too much of a problem really. You know, I mean, this is the first serious build that I've done, so I'm bound to have the odd one or two setbacks every now and again, and it'll be something that I can learn upon and try and correct for the next model. But apart from that, she's actually looking she is looking quite good at the moment, and the orange tail lights at the back end, they're looking quite good. They really do now start to stand out, the main colours down on the hull there, and we can actually start to see some shadowing on this part of the ship here from the impulse engine there, which is really cool. So I'm hoping once the clear part's painted and in there, we get a kind of a ready-ish orange glow coming out of there. And as you can see, with these parts added here, we've got some nice points of light coming through, and exactly the same on the other side there as well. We've got a nice point of light coming through there too, and you can also see where the thrusters are. I was toying with the idea of unmasking the windows, but I'm not going to do that just yet. I really want this paint to fully cure first before I even tackle that job, and secondly, because there's still some painting left to do, I'd rather not take them off until that's all done. I've still got all of the detail work to do on this, which hopefully I shall be getting on with over the next week or so. So it's just a quick update for you guys there. I hope you enjoy what you're seeing there. I'm really happy with it at the moment. So until the next update, guys, please do take care.